Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe? And which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
Hello, dearies. This is the Judith TV show. I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. And my name is Judith with a little touch of Ifeanyi, or just a little touch. Friends, this OPM Pastor, I know I made a video on that gave us his adopted son to be married to that woman, that widow woman with 3 kids, and then also wanted to attempted doing that with also another daughter of his, adopted daughter of his that is also autistic, before the River State government, intervened. River State government is in South Nigeria. Apparently, the man's church is there. I don't know whether he's from there, but his church is, I think in Port Harcourt or something, but in River State. So the River State government now came hard on the man and said, no, you can't do this because it's like, you are just, what word, you are just mortgaging these children, out of their own will, Yes, granted they're autistic, but, for you now to come and be giving them out in marriage like that without their consent because, because of their health challenge. I recall I made a video and I said to that man, I think you are just auctioning your children. Maybe that's just the right word. You are auctioning these children. If they actually your adopted children, you adopted them to help them, okay? Not to give them out in marriage, when you know that they don't understand the implications of what you're getting them into. And then worst of it all is that, or was that, he was even the one that signed the wedding agreement, between the woman, that widow woman, and their boy, because the boy doesn't talk, and then I don't think he could write anything. So he was the one that signed on behalf of the boy. And then when he now attempted to do it with the daughter, Kanchinenye or whoever, I can't remember the name of the girl, that was when the River State government rose up to it and now said, no, you can't continue like this. Meanwhile, according to him, they said about 1,000 guys, indicated interest. Trust Nigerians anyway that anything can drop, regardless. Anyways, like I said, in one of the videos or the latest video I made on that, I said to the man, listen, if you adopted these children to help them, because I want to believe that your own biological children, they are not autistic. So when they want to get married, you allow them to come home and say, this, daddy, this is the person I want to marry, or daddy, this is the person that wants to marry me. But for these other children, so I said, rather than, giving the auctioning them, outrightly like that into marriage, something they are not aware of, an environment and then an agreement they are not aware of because they don't have the sound mind. Why did you not think of establishing an autistic center? Because if you gave that woman 10 million, you bought a car, I think you built a house, and then you sponsored a trip overseas. By the time you put all this money together, that's enough to raise an autistic center where you can help more children, especially even those your adopted children, so that by the time experts will handle their professionals in that area, will handle them very well. They'll come out better people, on their own. They can now make a choice and now say, okay, this is somebody they want to marry. They can feel love for somebody. Now for okay, for the boy now, their boy, his own is even a little bit better because the woman that he's involved with, has a sound mind, so to say. So she can take care of herself and take care of the guy. I recall I saw a video where he was teaching the guy on how to eat and all that, use the cutleries and everything. That was good. But for the girl that is going to be the woman, that is going to be the one that will give birth, that will going to be the one that will be running the house, keeping the house, cooking and all that, how will she be able to cope? If she's in her normal red period within the month, if you understand what I mean, how will she take care of herself? I mean, as a married woman, is that all the husband will be doing for her? The husband will be doing all that. And I think the girl doesn't also talk. So if okay, assuming she's pregnant, how will she now tell her or communicate to her husband that this is the way she's feeling? How? I mean, I don't know how this man, just thought about this. He could come from a kind place, let me help them, because he said the guys, he observed that the boy, a boy of a boy, started having orgies and all that. So he now said, oh, rather than him going into masturbation or raping girls and all that, let him just get in there. But like I said, I thought the proper thing would have been to establish a center or even take him to one, where he can be, treated and all that. There's such medical conditions, I believe they can be treated, they can be managed in such a way that the person will be better than the condition that the guy was before he now auctioned him. So I was thinking that that should have been the best thing for the man to do, establish an autistic center since you have the money. And aside that, you will not be able to help more people, to be attended to there and be taken care of there. And that will be a legacy that at least people will remember you for. Now the River State, the River State government, now came hard on the man and now said no, so you can't do this. I think they even charged the man to court or something. I didn't even know that there's a law against that. There was a law that the River State government is relying upon, either to sue the man or whatever, But as a matter of fact, they were the ones that told the man to stop it, and then I think they have the court has disannulled that marriage with that woman and a boy, because I mean, a boy is not in his right senses. He doesn't even know what, he doesn't even know his environment. So I mean, auctioning him off like that, is not just the best. But I hope the man will not go and collect the 10 million from that. Whatever that is a balance, or whatever that is remaining from that 10 million. I hope the OPM man will not go and collect that money from her, because it's not her fault. He decided on what to do, and then the woman agreed. So now that the breaking of the agreement is from him, I hope nobody will go and collect the cars and the what is it, the money that woman was giving to, because to be honest, that 10 million was, what probably, prompted the woman to now say, okay, I want to, marry the guy and everything. In any case, like I said, the pastor may have come from a kind place, something like that, but establishing a place where they can be taken care of. The reason why I'm stressing of establishing a place is because he can be taken to an existing one, but because he has another girl that he also adopted, probably there are more, or he still plans to adopt more. So by the time you establish this center, autistic center, you now know that whoever that is in that condition that you adopt, you simply move the person there, engage the best of experts, even if it means pulling them from the diaspora to come and work there to give them best attention and everything. That wouldn't be a bad idea. And like I said, that would be a legacy that people will remember you for. I think I prefer it to this, sharp practice of trying to auction these, children that he adopted. No, that I don't think I wasn't comfortable with that kind of arrangement. Okay, so I like it this way that River State government stepped in and then and now asked the man to stop, and then probably he will have a rethink and now decide to like establish an autistic center where he can help that a boy and then the sister, that is the daughter, the autistic daughter, and more other people that are living with that condition, so that they can come out better, and then they will do what they love doing, and then you never can tell, they will be in the right senses or right frame of mind to know or decide that they want to get married or who they want to get married to. I think that's more like it, rather than this kind of a thing. So guys, I just saw that latest news and I said, oh, that's a wonderful one, let me come and share it with you guys, and then to pray that the man will think in that direction of establishing an autistic center to help more carriers of that health challenge. Okay, that's all I want to say in this video. Thank you so very much, guys, for always watching my videos. I sincerely appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, dear friends.